How's it going, everyone? My name is Seth Rodrick, and I'm here to present my PK project on prison relationships and marriages. Each state has different state laws. The same goes for the prison system in each state. However, most prisons allow for an inmate to get married. There are a few steps to go through nonetheless. Prisoners have a relationship inside and out, and there are now sites for helping prisoners, ex-cons, and those looking to connect with these people. If you seek to marry someone to get them out of prison, you've been lied to. It isn't possible at all. Most prisons allow for marriage, but with specific documents and special permissions, things like a marriage license and both parties' date of birth. Almost all correctional centers and prisons are only male or only female, this being because of the punishment and control over sexual behavior. Because of this, there is also a large number of same-sex relationships in prisons. Men sometimes take on a more ladylike attitude and persona, while women do the opposite of that. The spouse who is not incarcerated will fill out the most paperwork and get together all the information needed for the marriage ceremony to take place. The marriage must be consented to by both parties, and a marriage license must be obtained, and the prison must also allow for the prisoner to have the ceremony or conjugal. The inmate will have to complete what is called an I-60 request, this to obtain the inmate photo ID. After this, the affidavit for absent applicant for marriage license is sent in. The intended spouse has to find a prisoner officiant and pay the officiant fees as well. After the ceremony, the officiant submits the marriage license for them. In Texas and most other states, they allow for marriage to be legally binding in a prison as long as they go through all the steps and have an approved TDCJ officiant. Most states no longer allow proxy marriages, though. Some of the prisoners were taking advantage of this. The officiant must be the one to turn in the marriage license. A wedding in a prison system is much different than an average wedding. Things like an audience, music, and a big celebration or a big cake are excluded, even a ring. If witnesses are allowed by the prison, they are usually other prisoners or people from the accepted guest list. Only friends and family on the list can come. As far as celebrations go, there isn't much of one, for a good reason. They're still a criminal under the law. Some prisons allow for conjugal visits. This is when the inmate and their spouse get time completely alone and unwatched to consummate their marriage per se. Not all facilities, however, allow this. In conclusion, marriage in prison is really hard and likely to fail. One should weigh their spot in life and their goals before moving forward with this big decision. A prison marriage is not a lot of fun. Most of the time, it will test your patience and emotions, but sometimes it will work out.